We could be in some trouble, friend. The oxen have gone through the water rations much faster than expected. There is an oasis near here, but we have had some trouble with the tribe that guards it. You have a way of dealing with problems that I seem to lack. If you could just go and talk to the Bedine, maybe they would allow us to restock our water supplies.
It's called being the main character, sweetheart. Uh, what kind of problems did you have with them? I need information if I'm going to handle this appropriately. To us, it seemed a simple thing to allow our oxen to walk into the water hole. It was our first time crossing the desert, and we did not know the proper customs. It doesn't seem that difficult to predict that others might become upset when your beasts of burden empty their bladders in their water hole. Not now, but we had been at another oasis where the animals at Bedine bathed in the water. Anyways, the Bedine consider the oasis something of a sacred place. It's tied into their local history somehow. We were never welcomed back, though. We could never do such a thing again. We need this water, Victor. I'll try. Good. Return as soon as possible. It would be a good thing if we were able to continue tomorrow morning. I would like to make a purchase. Oh, thank God. Okay. Certainly. Gold is always welcome. Alright, well. I'll do this off screen. Yeah, so I will be back in a moment. Alright. Everything's all set. Victor sold everything. And that was a lot of enchanted crap. I didn't realize, but he had 5 stacks, I think, or like 4.5 of poison arrows, and because his appraise skill is so high, and because of the faction, I forget what it's called, but faction respect kind of deal with the caravan, each stack of those high-end poison arrows that those stingers were using against us was worth like 5,000 gold apiece. It was pretty ridiculous. Not to mention all the other enchanted stuff that we got. So now Victor has more gold than he knows what the hell to do with. I resituated Dorna's inventory. I debated improving her stuff, but I decided against it for now because I found out I did some testing, and I think I found out the reason that she's having difficulty with doing her job is because she's a henchman, but she is set to hostile against me. And this appears to be a bug with hardcore mode. So I actually wanted to turn that down to normal. I don't like that because it's really unrealistic where you shoot a fireball and your friends magically are fine. But I kind of need Dorna to do what she is. I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if that jump will make it so she will do her job again or not. But if it doesn't, next module, I will have to basically start a new game, quote unquote, using this Victor. Nothing will change. And I'll take Dorna's, all of her equipment she's using at that point, and put it on the quote unquote new Dorna. And that will reset her scripting. So she is no longer hostile towards me and she'll work properly again. Until then, we just have to deal with it. And that might not be the only bug there, but that's the one that I have found for sure. But yeah, in any case, for now she's probably buggy. But hopefully we can at least ensure that problem doesn't continue happening. And I've let Beamdog know about that part of it at least. What I don't know is where I'm supposed to be going. I guess this is where we came from. Did she tell us which direction? The caravan is halfway to its destination, but has now run out of water. This is required to stop at the oasis at the Green Palm, a place where the halflings are not welcome. Catriona has asked that someone approach the Bedine of the oasis and negotiate for needed supplies, or the caravan is going nowhere. Okay, well, I already knew that, but I was looking for a direction. Okay, clearly not that way. So it must be in this direction. Dorna, I'm not a fan of the desert, I have decided. It's definitely making you heartier, though. Well, I suppose it's definitely training my body to endure the heat and all that fun benefit, but what is going on? Not much of an oasis, is it? Looks bone dry to me. Yes, and infested with undead, or did you miss that part? It was more just a passing comment. I don't really think there's any need to worry. Really? Because those Bedines are about to die. Ah, well, you know. Right then, well, let's do what we can. I think that one is a little bit too... He's definitely too far gone. Well done, Dorna. And Harmony. That was a good combo. I assume that's what took care of that, right? Yeah, Dorna handled it. Nice. Well, that's one way to do it, I suppose. Well done, you two. Well, sometimes my prayers come in handy. Usually I don't like falling back on them, though. Yes, I've noticed that. Alright. Ali Ab... Oh, no, it's a Middle Eastern-esque name. I apologize ahead of time. I'm really gonna butcher this accent and, name. I have a couple friends from the Middle East, but, I don't have enough, and their accents aren't strong enough for me to really nail it. So if it is off or doesn't suit it, I apologize. This is definitely one of my weaker areas. Oh, well, I clapped and I probably just busted the hell out of the mic's waveform, but that's okay. Alright, so greet okay. Greetings to you, stranger. You have come to the oasis of the Green Palm in a time of great need, great danger. I am afraid there is nothing here for you other than death and the curse of undeath. Not much of an accent there, but yeah, it's fine. Where are these zombies from? What is going on? A powerful creature, an ancient foe of my people, has once again arisen. He has taken our water, destroyed the temple of the Morning Lord, and sent his undead minions against us. Powerful creatures usually collect powerful items. This could be a good opportunity for us. His minions drag the corpses of my people down into his tomb, where he brings them back to life and sends them to fight us. Our numbers dwindle as his and without even water to sustain us, we shall soon fall. It definitely seems questionable why they don't have reserves, but assumably they've already dried up. Why do these things always happen to me? That's great. Well, there's, pardon me, I might cut that out. I don't know, it wasn't that bad. Considering that there's no, like, true selfless answer here, I guess any of them will really work. I guess... Yeah, as I need water tombs, it seems our lives are intertwined. If you are completely out of water, then you are correct. Very well. Even though this tale is not normally told outside the Bedine, I suppose it is only fair. You must also know of the cursed creature who hunts us both. His name is Kelgaras. The legends passed down from father to son for ages in our tribe tell us that Kelgaras hails from an age long past. In the time of the Nethril Empire, he was an evil necromancer and disciple of the god Jurgel. He was the disciple of a... Wait, no, hold on. But Jurgle hated necromancy. Like, hated. Despised with all his being. I believe there was only one sect that were allowed to use it, and there were very strict regulations on it. Victor would definitely be surprised about that. Maybe he was kicked out of the clergy because he was a necromancer. He doesn't need to know about Jurgle. I know who Jurgle is, and so does Victor. He's the dead god, originally the god of death. Before he stepped down and his title was split into 3 separate concepts that were taken up by mortals. I can't remember all of them. The Cyric is one, I believe. Then there's the Prince of Murder. I don't remember his name, and another one that's I don't remember looking too much into those because I rarely have. If I have several evil characters, don't get me wrong, but none of them are very religious. They're very selfish and driven by their own ambition and goals, generally. Tell me of the Netheril or Netheril? I think it's Netheril. Netheril. We're going with Netheril. Yeah, it's the stupid dragon all over again. Tell me about the Netheril Empire. Yes, an empire of wealth and magic of a level unseen anywhere in Faerun today. Kel'Garas was a Netherus priest of Jurgle, though the legends say he also conspired to become ruler of the empire itself. And did he rule the empire? He tried, and he ultimately did not succeed. There were many who sought to rule the empire in that age, and Kel'Garas had many rivals with powers that paralleled his own. Because he lacked the power to defeat his rivals in life, Kel'Garas sought power through death, that he might find a way to become the supreme ruler amongst the Netherese. An undead priest? Then this is a creature that cannot be turned. He has many protections, young dwarf, but he must be defeated. Kel'Garas became a creature of the undeath, gaining the abilities of the supernatural, plus retaining all the power he held in life. He did not, however, anticipate the reaction of his rivals to this change. Please continue. As part of Kel'Garas' change into his evil undead form, his own soul had been trapped within a rod that he kept close at hand, for this rod could be used against him. Kel'Garas' rivals discovered this fact and had the rod stolen. They performed a great binding ritual upon it that drove Kel'Garas deep into the earth and imprisoned him there. Why did they not simply destroy him? Kel'Garas' immortal form was protected by the power of Jurgle himself, and not so easily destroyed. Even the great power wielded by the mages of the end of that age could not but contain him in the end. And then, after Kel'Garas had been imprisoned for centuries, the empire fell and its magic vanished. The binding that held Kel'Garas was broken, and he was free, once again free. He recovered the rod and then built an elaborate tomb from which he planned to rule. In the end, it was my own people, the Bedine, who stopped Kel'Garas from succeeding, but only at great cost. And what cost was that? When the Bedine first battled Kel'Garas after his rising, he was all but invincible. Many thousands fought only to be slaughtered by his magic or turned into ghastly undead. We were desperate for aid, for anything that could stop this evil, and we found it, or rather, one of my own ancestors did. And what did he find? A prison built by the ancient Netherese, perhaps similar to the one Kel'Garas himself had once been held in. I do not know. This one, however, still held its occupants. It called itself the Farim, and was unlike anything else my ancestors had ever seen. It had great power, however, power as great as that of Kel'Garas. It was this power that my ancestor bargained for, and was granted. The power that would drive Kel'Garas back into his tomb and keep him there forever. Does this power still exist? It does. The power has been passed down in each generation of my bloodline. Should Kel'Garas ever leave his tomb, I could perhaps even destroy him. Interesting, so there must be a reason he hasn't already done this. Why only if he leaves his tomb? Ah, if only I could venture within myself to face the creature directly. Should we enter the tomb, however, our own power is nullified by Kelgaras's magic, and we are helpless. Some have still tried. Many creatures have the ability to nullify the powers of a rogue, yet this doesn't stop me from doing what I know I must. The most recent was my own uncle, Hamad, the last to hold the power before me. He entered and returned a fortnight later, a zombie himself. I was forced to slay him, my own kin, and banish his soul. I heard zombies. Somebody is fighting and I can't help them because I am in dialogue. Ah, I see. Hopefully he'll handle that on his own. Just ignore the combat sounds in the background. There are many things I could not... Did it just kill him? Yeah, it did. Okay, this seems dumb. Like... Okay, we're gonna have to do pauses in between dialogue now, just so that I can not interrupt this. I don't know if he'll give me the dialogue again. Ugh. There are many things I could brave, stranger, but undeath, no, not that. Anything but that. Alas, our time grows short, and I am sure Kelgaras knows this. I am the last of my own blood, and the power that has handed down to me. It has been waning, even as Kelgaras's own power grows. Why the shift in power? When I noticed my power beginning to fade, I voyaged to the distant prison my ancestor had found long ago, to speak to the same Farim if it still existed. It was dead. How it was killed I never found out, but I can only assume that with its death has caused its power within me to fade, and at the same time allowed Kelgaras's to increase. There was no sign of who killed it. I assume that with the creature's death my powers will fade until I am normal. So how do you propose we defeat Kelgaras in this case? You must first destroy his body, which is neither an easy task nor will it be permanent. Kelgaras is immortal after all. The source of his eternal life lies within the rod he holds. According to the legends, however, whoever recovers the rod can place it on the altar of the Morning Lord, and Lathander will destroy its power, for none hate the undead more than he. The rod's destruction will end Kelgaras's existence forever, and only that can restore the water to the oasis and give us hope of survival. What do you know of Kelgaras himself? Because he lacked the power to defeat his rivals in life, we already knew this, okay. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. He sensed them. I wonder if I can keep the dialogue open if I run with him. Is that, nope. Sure is not possible. That's bad. Yes. Alright. There. Am I gonna have to start that whole dialogue over again?
My greetings.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do again since I've never had okay. Kelgaras's soul is tied to a magical rod, which he keeps on his person at all times. So long as the rod continues to exist, so does he. If you wish the water to return to this oasis, you will have to go into the tomb and defeat Kelgaras himself, then return to the surface with his rod. Kelgaras is immortal, so the only way he can be permanently destroyed is by placing the rod on the altar of the Morning Lord. May the gods of my people guide you to swift victory, Wanderer. Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. If you enjoy my videos and don't want to miss out on future content, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. If you'd like to support me on a more personal level, offer recommendations, chat with me, or vote on future series, then consider becoming one of my patrons on Patreon. Thank you once again for all your support, and I can't wait to see you in the next chapter of our story.